And gentlemen, we're going to try something a little different today. We're going to play a chess game. So welcome. And I'm playing as Rajapal, which is the name I nabbed. Maybe I should try and get changed to Creative Craving later, but for now that's the name. Now I'm just going to check and make sure my stream's live. Okay, it looks like we are live, and hopefully I've got the sound working okay. But yeah. Oops. I don't actually know how to get rid of all of these at the same time. It's something I need to learn. Okay, let's see if we can find a game. Great. We're black. That's perfect. We got time to wait. And I'll tell you, I'm really brand new to this, so I don't really know. I'm not all that good. But I do know some of the basics. I've been studying and paying attention to some of the people who are good at this. I'm going to ignore. Wait, do I want to ignore what the knight can do there? No, I think I'm going to ignore what the bishop can do. I think it's fine. We'll see, yeah. Okay, it's fine for now. I honestly don't like it, though. I do kind of want to challenge it, but see, if I go up here, he's going to take right here. Right? He's going to take that way. I think for now I'm just going to ignore it and continue developing. It's a threat I'm worried about, but I don't know what to do yet. So we're just going to continue. I do a really basic development here. I would like to get this out. Where to? This is out. It's not a good square. That might be a better one, but no, it doesn't block anything in. I like this one. Let's just go here. See what that's like. He could still come and attack me, waste one of my moves, but we'll see. Okay. See how this goes. And opponent's running down the clock for me next. I mean, this is real basic, right? This is just an opening. I guess this guy doesn't have an opening. But he's 340. Okay, that's kind of conceivable at 340. My opening isn't great, mind you, but it's gotten me it's gotten me from 350 up to 500 almost. So it's a really basic opening. It just does the thing. And it's okay. So here he's offering a trade. Neither of us is up material, so it doesn't really necessarily benefit me. Other than if I do this, I feel like I can't castle kingside anymore, which is probably fine. Let's just do it. If he wants a trade, he can take a trade, but I'm not going for it myself. So, I just started playing a little bit of chess, and then I started watching Gotham Chess and some others. I Want Checkmate, I think, is one of the YouTube channels I started watching, so it just inspired me, and I thought, hey, why don't I share this? Why don't I share my new love, my new passion with everyone, since it is taking up some of my time here that I would otherwise spend on Satisfactory. Now, I could go here at some point, and then there's a threat here. Oh, but this is the more important threat. Okay, so that's not going to happen. How do I cancel all of these? There's got to be a button I can push to cancel all of these at the same time. I know there's got to be. Can't right-click to do it. Okay, well that's something I got to learn later. I'm sure there's a way to do it. He's running down the clock at the moment. I mean, this is apparently very complicated for him, which is all the better for me, because if he's struggling in his opening, doesn't have a well-defined opening, maybe he'll leave an opening for me. Let's look for it. Let's look where he's blundered. Okay, his king is right here, right for checkmate. Oh, okay, he took care of that. Excuse me. He took care of that, right? He had a potential checkmate opportunity, or a potential check, I should say, not checkmate. We just had to bring that up, yeah. Okay, well, we're really well defending this spot, which is where I'd like to... Okay, he's defending it here and here. Oh, I'd like to bring my pawn here, right? Nope, nope, nope. That's 3 he's got. Yeah, it's just not a good move for me. All right. Let me go ahead and find a move. I've got to challenge him somehow. Okay, maybe I should just ignore what he's doing. I could play here, but I'm going to lose it and have an unfavorable exchange. So I think I'll play here. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, we're about equal in time, so far so good. I think I want to bring my bishop out to maybe here. That's a possibility. Here's okay, except that he can push me out with a pawn very easily. Oh, that's one way to clear squares, isn't it? I can just, yeah, that'll let me clear squares. Okay, so he's moving the rook down here. Where's he threatening with this knight? He's threatening here, here. I don't care so much about that fork, although this is a check and a fork. Okay, so I do need to deal with that. I need to prevent him from getting here and getting my rook. I can't use castling to get out of the check, which means I can't. Okay, I think I have to move this rook or something. Let's not overthink it. Let's not spend a lot of time on this. Let's just prevent the threat and move on, right? He's a 340 player. If he's secretly an amazing genius, we'll just let him beat us, right? But chances are that's going to be good enough. I know I'm talking a big game when I'm only 480, but I've seen 700 players blunder a lot. I've been watching, doing a lot of the same blunders that I do. So I've been following the Gotham Chess has this series, How to Lose at Chess. Like, look at his Lose at Chess playlist. It's really great. It teaches so many fundamentals. And it's like he'll show 1,500 players making really dumb mistakes that I've also made. And it's like, oh, okay, well, don't do that, and maybe you'll be rated higher than 1,500. You know, that's my theory. So I think we are improving. Our win ratio has gotten a little bit better over time. It's hard, we can look at that later. It's hard to tell, though, because I haven't played that many games, and I've been doing a lot more studying than playing, to be honest. Okay, he's running down his clock. I'm happy with that. What's my next new move going to be? I do want to get the queen out. We're going to look at kingside castling as a likelihood and get my pieces toward this side. Hopefully that'll be where his king goes. If his king goes over here to the queenside castle, that's unlikely. He's probably doing kingside. Okay, I can't rely on that being amazing for me, but I'll do what I can, you know? And like at this level, maybe all I need to do is play passively and wait for him to blunder. Maybe that's enough. Okay, let's let him run down the clock. Or I guess not passively necessarily, but as long as I don't blunder anything and I play slightly aggressively, that should be enough. I don't have to be amazingly aggressive. Just slightly. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the center here. One of us is going to make a mistake here at some point. Okay, so we're doing the same threat now. Now we're threatening to fork the queen and the rook. I mean, I could do the same thing, sort of. Where'd my bishop go? Okay, here's my bishop. Ooh, this is a hard one. I can't take him right now. But if I move this now, okay, if I move the queen here, I think it becomes a free knight. The downside is I then lock in my bishop can at least go out here, so it's not completely locked in, but it's still not a good move because of that bishop. I don't see a better alternative though, so I'm just going to take that move for now. I am concerned about it getting weakened. Like, I am concerned about getting sent back. That's not a good move for him, is it? No, because my pawn can take. So his bishop's not a concern for my queen at the moment. Although, okay, so he goes here. He gives me a check. I could just move out a check at this point, but I think it's better if I take him. I think I'd rather take with the queen. Oh, no, I don't want to take with the queen, because whatever I take with... okay, whatever I take with gets caught here. I could just move my king to try to save the material, although losing a rook wouldn't be the worst case scenario. I have to move, right? Like, I can't just avoid... This is check, right? Like, it's weird. It's not showing me anything special. It is check, and he's kind of forcing me to move my king. I don't like that. But honestly, I don't know that I have a better move. This might be a checkmate that I missed, though, somewhere, where he's got the ability to checkmate me. We'll see. We'll see what he can do. I don't think I'm going to use my king to take him. I think what I'm going to do is just try to develop my queen in a safe way. Well, this square might be safe. I can at least give a check here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I should have done that to begin with. Oh, no, but I moved my queen from here, so I didn't... I need at least 2 moves to do that anyway. So I think that's what I'll do next. You guys let me know. Do you like this format? I mean, I do have time to talk here while we're playing. More than I thought I'd have. I'm discussing the theory of the game. I could be completely wrong about everything I'm saying. Do you guys like this? Is it fun? I'm having fun. So, you know, we'll continue. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think. I mean, is chess better than Satisfactory? If you think so, drop a one in the chat. Or yeah, maybe we should set up a poll or something. But yeah, I plan this channel to follow my interest, not to follow Satisfactory directly, because I have a lot of interest and I have no idea what you guys are interested in. So I figure if I can just, try some different things, share some different things, and just see what you guys like. So, please let me know. If you watch this video and you like it, please drop some love in the comments, okay? But gee, he's really taking some time. Like, it feels like he has this amazing move planned out, right? Like, is he going to defend? Okay, that doesn't defend anything. I can put him in check right here, and he has to respond to the check right away. I think I want to do that, but I don't want to hurry. He moved from here. That means my bishop can attack here. But let's say I did attack that. Well, the queen's going to take right away. If I take my queen and put here, I can put him in check. He can move the queen to fix it. And then I could go there, and it doesn't benefit me in any way. I'm not threatening anything at that point. I still am really liking this move, even though I'm moving the queen kind of early in the game. On the other hand, if I let him take this, it's an even trade, right? I mean, I'd prefer to have bishops over knights in the early game, but it's technically an even trade. Now I could just ignore him completely and go here, and then I'd be threatening his bishop right here. I think that's actually a good idea too. It also frees up my... Oh wait, this is his piece. Never mind. Hang on. I could just threaten his other... No, that's not threatening his bishop. What am I talking about? That would threaten his... Yeah, yeah. Okay, I can't move his pieces. Okay, I think I'm chalking enough. I'm just going to give the check and see what happens. I'm not smart enough to play this all through, guys. I don't have enough time on the clock to be able to play through every variation. But at least I'm thinking further ahead than I used to. And you guys wouldn't... Okay, that was pretty good. He's well defended there. I could drop the queen back this way. He could still drive me out, though, with this pawn, which would force me to take. That's not the worst thing in the world. I do have to move it somewhere. I don't want to move it back, so let's do that. Let's move it right there. We're threatening two of his pieces. Maybe we can get one of them. I mean, ultimately, yeah. I mean, actually, I could theoretically get both of them if I'm careful about how I do it. Because I think if he does this take, and I do go here, his options are to go here, here. He could take here. My queen can still capture. He could take here. That's the only place he could take where my queen couldn't capture, but then I could take here. So I think either way. Yeah. Okay, so he finally offered this. I finally let him get this. I got distracted and let him offer this. So it looks like I'm going to lose my rook. Is what it looks like to me. I don't see a way around that, but I do think... Ew. I don't like moving my king either. Oh, I can't make it. I can't move it. Why? Why can't I move the king here? I should understand why. Oh, it's because of this one. This bishop. Okay. Well, let's go here. It's in more cover. We are protecting ourselves a little bit from that queen of his. Okay, the rook is gone. What's the next thing to go? He can go here. He can go here. I don't think he wants to go there. I think this is still a free bishop. No, it's not. He's protecting the bishop. But I think this is free. Oh, no, it's not. He's protecting that too. Okay, so I actually can't do anything with my queen. That's concerning. I should move my queen soon, just on principle. But if I could somehow get him off his game, that would help. This isn't going to do it. I've already lost... No, my other bishop's just stuck. Geez, I want to move my bishop out somehow, but I can't see a way. I mean, one thing I could do is just take this piece he would obviously want to take and just get the bishop to move. Maybe the bishop will take it. It's a free pawn. But yeah. I don't know. Maybe that'll scare him off. Maybe that's enough to scare off a 340 player. Uh, I'm not that much higher than he is, honestly. Like I feel like I'm on the same level because I was just a few days ago, just a few games ago. I was at 340, so I can't say whether he's a better player or I'm a better player, but I can say I have a better internet connection. That's all I know for sure. So that's all I know. Am I winning by lag? He could lag out. That's a hope I could have. But okay, so how do I attack him? Like my pieces are all over the place. They're all in knots. How do I get untangled? I mean, I think I could try to take this. Oh no, I can't. So if I could attack this base, that would be good. With this bishop, maybe. Okay, so I could sacrifice this bishop to try to get him to free up this piece to let me move the queen here. Then. Oh, he moved it already. Okay, he's going to directly attack me. There's not much I can do about it, and honestly, my queen's kind of trapped. I think he's forced my next move. I can go here. I can go here. Oh, okay, then it's a... No, it's not a queen trade. I can't go there. I can go here. I think that's my best move, is to go here, honestly. Because I want to wait for him to make a mistake. He's waiting for me to make a mistake. I think this is the best move. It just gives me some visibility. At least I have some sort of threat there. He is still at some point going to take this knight when it becomes advantageous to do so. He's playing really well. He's probably going to advance and accelerate past this level. I think after this game is over, I want to check his history and see how his past games have gone. Because he's up 7 points of material. I feel like I don't want to say I played strong, but I don't really see the mistakes I made. Which means he's strong. He's a stronger player than me. So I'm expecting to lose this game or maybe win on a prayer. I mean, and he's keeping close to me on time, too, so it's not like I'm going to beat him on time. I mean, I wouldn't even be good at that. It's hard for me to make safe moves under pressure, which is why I choose 30-minute games. All in all, this might actually end up being a 30-minute game because, well, actually an hour game, to be honest. It might end up being an hour-long game because we're both taking our time here. All right, I still need to figure out what my next move is going to be. I think bringing this in would be good, except the queen's going to take it. I could try to... Oh, okay, the dark one could... Okay, now this is interesting. I think this is just a blunder, right? I think this was a blunder. We just take his queen. Simple. I mean, I'm not going to think about it. The worst case scenario is losing a bishop, right? I mean, it could be. It could be there's some way to check me here, which I didn't think about, but I don't think so. Okay, it'd be good to get my king on the back rank again in a safe way. I don't think I can take that yet. Oh, I can take this. There we go. Perfect. So that's improving my position. He can still take this, but he still doesn't want that trade. I mean, he's up material, so this is the point. Oh, no, I'm up 5 now. He was up material. That was the right time to simplify the board and take that trade. So the rest of the game would be easier for him to understand. Yeah, but he didn't take that trade, and now it's advantageous for me, not for him. And honestly, as long as this knight is blocking him from seeing down this way, it's okay for me to leave it there. I don't mind that at all. Okay, so I'm up material just because he blundered here. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, just because he blundered his queen. Honestly, that was a lucky break for me. But from what I've seen, most of the games in this level, like you play a strong game, you just wait for your opponent to make mistakes. So, yeah. The good news about it, though, like from what I've seen when I watch really skilled players play at this level, they play against someone at this level. Like I saw someone do it as a tutorial, and anyway, a couple of times. Basically, they almost completely ignore their opponent's moves. They talk about them, they analyze them, they discuss them, and then they ultimately make the move they were planning to make anyway in their normal opening. So if you have a strong opening pattern that you've memorized, that's probably good enough to get you into the middle game. And then from there, you just don't make too many mistakes. You wait for your opponent to make mistakes. Like, he really should have taken this trade sooner. That was a mistake. Now it's advantageous for me. So, cool. I mean, it was. I mean, he had every advantage to lose. Okay, I don't want to blunder my queen into this nonsense. Let's see. Is there some way to get? Is there some way for me to get a useful fork? I mean, if I could get my knight here without it getting attacked, but it will get attacked. Okay. Do I have? I have this guy though. I could pull him out, but this isn't really a useful position. This is tricky, and I do want to think about it because I don't want to. Like, he's playing like he's up material in the end game. I don't want to rush this. I want to make sure and do a good job. Let's see. I could go here. It's a relatively safe move, and then I could go here. But that doesn't attack anything. It attacks here and here. I mean, maybe by the time I get there it does, but that seems like a pretty passive way to play. I could do something with my queen, maybe take this pawn, which will weaken the base here, like it'll weaken these two pawns, so that's great. These two pawns, there we go. What else can I do? I mean, I should have been thinking about this, I guess. I could take this, but it might be handy to have this pawn for later, who knows? I am up material, though, so it's beneficial to me in most respects. It isn't beneficial to me to free up this rank for him, though. That's one thing that's not beneficial, so I don't think I'll do that. Plus, I need to move my king out of the way if I'm going to do that. And really, my king needs to go over here somewhere out of the way. So I think my best move probably is to move my rook here and then start moving my king out of the way. No, I can't move my rook there because of his knight. So I need to somehow take his knight, which is now unguarded. I can just take it with my king, I guess, although I don't really like that because I'm pinning my king to this. Yeah, I don't like that so much because then I would have to move my king. He would basically get this knight for free then. I could take with a rook. I could have the king go this way and then that way. But that's still not defending against this threat. It's pretty passive. I don't know. This is probably still my best move. Unless I can directly deliver some sort of check. Like right now. This is out. This is out. Although moving this here might eventually be good. It's just not as good as moving the king, I think. Also, I'd like to get him out of here, but if I move my important pieces away, that might not matter as much. So he can go here, though, and he can take this in an instant. Yeah. He can deliver. If I move here, he can deliver check in one move. Maybe I just needed to bite the bullet and bring this up here. Man, unless I can deliver and put some pressure on him right away, I could do this and threaten this way and that way. Not that one. And then also threaten this, which doesn't actually threaten. Maybe that's a good move just to move that generally. But I feel like, yeah, it's pretty active. I'm afraid of that move. I'm afraid that it's going to like leave me blundering later. It's a risk of blundering. I think the least blundery thing I can do is not that. Although that's not a blunder in one. Let's see. Let's think about it. If I move here, he's going to get a free knight, and then I carry on with my day. That sounds bad. If instead I move here, he's going to put me in check. That's his best move. And then, is he pinning anything? No. Like, there's nothing he can do here, at least not in one move. So then I just take the knight and carry on my way. I think I'm fine with that. Let's do this and see if he spots the fork or not, or the check or not. Excuse me. Let's see what he does with it. And honestly, we're pretty equalized on time right now. I think I know. Okay, interesting. Oh, I totally did not see this. I did not see this fork at all. Oh my goodness. Wow. I was so blind to it. Now, if I don't move my king, I have more issues. So I think my best move, honestly, I don't have any way to capture that piece anyway. I think my best move would ultimately be to move my king no matter what. Oh, I can't move there. Why? Oh, because of him. Same reason. Okay, so he's blocking me. Oh, no, I'm blocked in the spot now. So really, I don't have a lot of options. Yikes. I don't like this. At least I'm going to hide behind his piece for now. Okay, well, that was a blunder on my part. I just wasted 2 moves. That sucks. I should have gone ahead and just used the rook to capture. Would have been a better move by far. Now at least he's got to move the knight before he can bring the... Oh, you know, and he took that pawn as well. So now, yeah, he's just got to do this and move the knight, and he's in a good spot. That sucks. Okay. Let's see. Settings. Focus mode. I should experiment with that later. Theater mode. Flipboard. Emoji. Okay, I'll look at that later. Yep, okay, I thought that was one of the moves he would do. I can't move the king here to capture that. I've got to do something. Okay. Geez, this is going to be a tricky one. Oh, geez. Okay, what can I do here? Obviously, he's going to move that. It's going to be discovered check. I could move this here, but he'll just... Oh, no. I'll just move this here. Or should I move this one? Okay, I like this better. Let's just try that. If he wants to make the trade, we'll do it. I mean, thankfully, even though I blundered a little bit, I'm still up 3 points of material. So, all right. So I really just got to see what he's going to do here. There's not much for me to analyze in the short term. But in the long run, you can see like his king is very well defended. My pieces don't really have any way to get in there toward him. At least I managed not to lose this yet. I guess that's the next step. My pieces don't have any way to any sightlines to him. So I think taking this piece is going to be my best medium-term strategy. I think this is my best move after I settle this all out because, again, it gets rid of these 2 pawns. It kind of unsettles their base and also gets my queen to where she can see all the way across. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Okay, that move was anticipated. Can I capture that? Is it free? Really, it's not because he's... Well, no, it might be free at this point in time. I can take it with a king, which means it's free. There's no check there. Boom. Okay, there we go. And I don't want to move the king that way. I really want to move the king over here, but like I'm so far away now. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's even worth using. I think before I do move the king, I probably need to worry about giving him check. Because if I can't disrupt his structure, then he's just going to follow me over and give me a check. Because he's too close to being able to do this and get this all worked out. Yeah. Okay, he moved with intention here. Okay, he got that out of my way, and now he's disrupting this. Yep. He's planning to take that. That's cool. I'll let him spend time taking my pawn. With my queen, though, I could come here and defend, right? And it would be just as well defended. But also it's defended here. Oh, I didn't think about that. It's defended there as well. If I did put my queen here... All right, if I did put my queen here, she could go here and then would immediately be taken by the rook. But if I put my bishop here and get the queen behind it in 2 moves, that would be cool. But that's a while to get that set up. Another option would be to move the queen here and move the bishop there. But then I lose a queen, right? He loses a rook and I lose a queen, right? And then he's up a rook. So that's not a good trade for me, really. Are there any trades I can do? Because this position is way too complicated for me. I'm struggling with it. He still hasn't taken this knight. Are there any trades here that would be useful to me? I think letting him take the pawn is fine. But then he's going to be threatening this knight. This knight has to move at that point, which opens this up. Which has been my saving grace so far. I think my best move, honestly, at this point is just to move the king and try to get to safety a little bit. Okay, he is threatening the knight. The best move for me is to get out of here in some way. Is there a fork opportunity? From here to here? I mean, sort of, but not really. That doesn't really go anywhere I like. I could take him here and then here. That's a good opportunity. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if he allows it. He won't, though. Oh, he's going to take this knight. Oh, no, he won't. He won't. He's not going to take it because of that. The position's getting complicated. Okay, I think what I probably should do is get a piece here. Well, what if okay, here's an idea. What if I move my knight here, he takes, and then I move my queen here? That doesn't directly threaten the king. The rook can force a trade right here. I can back out of it. But I don't see how that helps me. I don't have a dark squared bishop to help out, and he's got 2 rooks, so I think I would eventually lose that trade. If I could move this knight to defend that spot... No, I think it takes 2 moves to defend that spot. Okay, he's moving this over here. Oh, what's his goal here? What's he trying to disrupt? Okay, at the moment he can't take this, and he's worried about me doing that eventually. Oh, he's preventing me from moving here. But honestly, I could almost move here, but then I lose that right away. And then I lose I lose the fork as well. So I could take this guy who was prepared to do the fork and kill him. I'm still up material. That doesn't really help me though. And then I wouldn't be up material anymore. Okay, I am going to lose this guy at some point, aren't I? So far, he takes, I take, and I'm up material still. So I think that's good for me. I don't see a way he can change that. So honestly, I still think moving my king is probably the best move, although I don't want to get trapped in here. I think here's fine because I can move there. Maybe I move the pawn up. I don't know. I don't even know if it's worth moving my pawn that way, honestly. Taking there is a bad idea. What if I just move here and prepare to take here? And just threaten the bishop. I think that's a good move. We'll just see what happens. And this game's just getting so complex and so hard. But it's like, of the difficult games I've played, I feel like this is the best play I've given in a difficult position. Okay, so now he's threatening this. He takes. Then I take here, right? But that's probably not his plan. His plan would be... No. He takes, I take, he takes, I take. I mean, he loses both of his rooks, and I lose... Yeah, I'm up material in that trade. Unless there's something I'm missing, I'm up material. I can't see how he can interfere. I think that's good for me as long as I don't move my queen. Which is funny. What I could do is put pressure on him here, right? If he takes, I take his bishop right away. But then he takes my bishop, and then I take him, and that's defended. Okay, he's taking that. Bishop's going to take. Now he's defending this bishop, but I'm up more material. I'm up 2 more points. He can't take because that's the way I would go. I think we're golden here. He just lost a rook. Great. Unless it gave him some advantage I can't see. That was just a blunder of a piece. Maybe like I was, what I've learned from listening to people is that if you're up material, make trades to simplify. But maybe he's thinking because his king structure is so good, so much better, he can afford to simplify. But I'm not sure I would agree with that because yes, his king structure is better, but if he simplifies too much, like he'll lose flexibility. So let's say I move let's say I move the bishop here. He takes, I take, and then I've got check. Okay, that's great. How does it benefit me? I think at that point, the king would have to move. Okay. I think I would force the king to move one of these two ways. That's great if I can take care of the rook as well. He might do this trade at this point. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but I mean, probably is helpful. Like, if I do this whole scenario, I could force him to take my queen. But I could do that right now without making any changes, so I'm not sure how that benefits me. Knight would be here. I would still have my rook. Okay. So if I do, okay, let's say I do that. He takes. I take. And then, or maybe I just leave the double pawn structure. Yeah, I would take here maybe. Hang on a second. Phone's going off. So I leave with the double pawn structure here. I bring my rook up here. And then I don't have any better ideas, but that doesn't mean it's a good idea. You know what would be a good idea? Let's just put a threat right here. Let's think about it. If I put it here, he takes this, and then my rook can go here, and he can take it. Well, no, I leave that there. My queen goes down here, and what does he do? Let's do it. Let's do this simplifying move. Let him take my bishop. Oh, he can take my rook at that point. Oh, but I'm defending this. I don't think he's going to like that trade. He's down material. I think this is good. And even if he takes this trade, I think it's still good for me. Okay, that's very sensible. Now what do I do? I can move over here and further disrupt his pawn structure. Seems like a good idea. Then I can move the bishop in there somehow. But he's going to move one of these pawns to try and squeeze me. Let's just do it. Let's not overthink it. Worst case scenario is I lose a bishop at this point. That's our worst case scenario right now. Okay, so he's bringing this in. What fork is he going for? That and that. No, that doesn't make any sense. There. I think he's just thinking that he can threaten the rook and make a rook move. But here's what I think. What if I go here and I'm attacking the bishop, which I don't really care about? Oh, yeah, I do care. That's a good move for me. I just take some material. Just do it. Oh, I can't move it. Why? Oh, because he's got me in check. That's the whole point of him doing anything. Okay, and when he moves, he's going to threaten my rook. Okay, I got it. That was a really excellent move on his part. I do want to try to force him out of the corner, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. He did disrupt my tempo. Okay, let's see what he does with this. I mean, I'm down on time, so I want to try to be quick here. I want to at least not be down on time, right? So that if I get to the point where I'm racing, at least I won't be blundering more than him, you know? But then again, I don't want to blunder when I have 8 minutes left on the clock either, so it's a hard call. I tell you what, I think we're less than 8 minutes away from someone winning this battle, so there's probably no reason for me to worry about time. Either I'll win or I'll lose, but it's going to happen in the next 5 minutes, I think. Well, 5 minutes of clock time anyway, so I guess 10 minutes total. Okay, he is now threatening my rook, and that's the only thing I can see in the immediate future that he's threatening. It does disrupt my plans, but I could go here, take the trade, then I take this, then he can take this. I can't take that. I can't take the knight. But he can take that. And then at this point, I move my rook here. And my queen is here. She can't immediately take advantage of that. Really. But I deliver a check. I think that's interesting, and it moves the game forward. I don't see a way by saving this piece to actually move the game forward, because if I move it down here, I mean, I can capture this, but then he takes. Like, we're just in a deadlock, so I think I'm just going to do this, and either I'll win or I'll lose. Like, this is probably this is really bad play, because I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't want to think the whole thing through. I know I'm going to be down material, but I'm +6 at the moment, so it might not matter that much, and I think I can gain. I think I can at least keep my tempo enough to get close to delivering a check. So, and he's considering that at the moment. Oh, interesting. I didn't think about that. He's guarding the bishop as well as attacking the rook. So he's got to decide what he values most. Man, talk about shenanigans. I'm tempted right now to take my king up there, but I'm definitely not doing that. I think if he doesn't move his knight, I'm just gonna do this and push forward that way. Because yeah, I'm pretty close to being able to get a second queen out of this, being able to promote. There's no chance of me pruning over here. I'm not that skilled. I'd have to have a lot of other wins before that could happen. So yeah, so if he doesn't move his knight, I'm going to put pressure here, unless he forces me to do something, which he probably will. He'll probably do something lame like that to force me to do something. Well, no, that would be a free rook. Oh no, I'd lose my queen if he does that. Oh no, that's my piece. No, yeah, it'd be a free rook. Totally. Great. Okay, he took it. I take. Now I can go here and deliver check, which I think I should go ahead and do. Oh, I can't because my king's in check. Oh, he broke my tempo. Okay. Ah, man, I didn't think about that. Okay, my king's in the wrong spot for all these shenanigans. I'm going to move my king closer to my pawns in case I have to try and promote. Okay, there's another check. There is some chance of him getting a checkmate here, but I don't think... Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, I missed that one. Let me at least take this pawn and protect the knight a little bit. Okay, I don't think I'm winning this. I think I'm losing. Well, he's still got to prove it. He's still got to force a checkmate somehow. And at least for me, it's less to think about than what he's got. But I totally blundered when I moved my queen there and then took that. Like that was a total blunder on my part because I forgot where the king was. Yeah, so. Okay, well, this is at least an exciting game. We're both under 10 minutes, so here we go. Okay, I think he's trying to put a bounding box on my king, which I'm perfectly happy with. I'm happy just taking his piece here, so that's great. And I think I'm closer to promotion than he is. Oh, you know what? He can take my pawn and just get a queen later. I didn't consider that. So actually, he might be closer to getting a queen than I am, because if I go after him with a king, he's just going to escape and also send these guys down to put pressure on me. I could try to walk past, but then he's going to go over here next time. The king can go here. No, the king can't go there. So that pawn would just be lost unless if I put it here, he's going to put me in check. That's it. Okay, so I should have thought that through more, I guess. I don't think there's a way here for me to win. But again, he's going to have to prove that this is checkmate. I think what I'll do is move the knight here to protect the pawn. He can choose to take it, but he's going to lose his rook, and this is still going to be a threat. Oh, snap. That was a good move. He played well. Okay. Well, I can still threaten here. The problem is the rook's just going to take the next turn. I could be one move away from threatening it. Ay, 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 ay. I don't like this. If I move the knight, it doesn't really help me any. Moving the king doesn't really help me unless I'll just move it here. We'll see what happens. He's going to take this and get his queen is what's going to happen. Although I think I can prevent this at least. But these guys are totally going to swarm me, and I'm not going to stop them all. Not to mention this guy. Anyway. Let's go here. We're going to get that rook. Okay, yeah. Okay, there's no chance of me winning, but he's still got to force the draw to happen. Let's move the king here to at least protect the knight when the rook takes. I'm just going to... He's going to have to fight me hard for this win, okay? Like, he can totally win. He can totally force a checkmate at this point. I think even a dumb player would be able to get this. Yeah, okay, he's going to force me to divide my attention. That's what he's going to try to do. Which, honestly, at this point, I could just resign. No, I can take this. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, can my horse get over there in some way? I can go here, and then there. Okay, that could do it. Or I could try here, and then here, and I can get him where he's at, or get him here. But he's going to move 1, 2. Oh, he's going to... Wait a minute. In 3 turns, he's going to be there. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, I think I can do it. I think we're good. We'll just do that. I got to recalculate each time. Okay. There. There. He's got to fight me with the rook. He's probably going to win. I can maybe still... Okay, I can maybe get a draw. I can maybe force a draw, but I doubt it. I don't think so. Plus, if he goes here, it's going to be forcing checkmate. Okay, let's get rid of that. He's going to get rid of my knight. He's so pissed at me at this point. But, you know. Now, here's the thing. If these guys start walking, the king could probably come here and stop one of them. This is going to get in the way, but let's just ignore the rook for a moment. Theoretically, the king could stop one of them. Or maybe even both of them. But that would leave this one wide open. And if I go back this way to deal with this one, this is getting hard to see, but if I move here to deal with this one, then those guys have plenty of time. So all he's got to do is decide not to advance all 3 of them. But I'm going to hope for the best. We'll just hope he blunders. He's not going to blunder. He's going to win this. But I'll just hope for the best. I'm going to do what I can, knowing full well that I cannot stop him from winning. Hey, maybe he'll get a queen and then blunder. Okay, now as you see, there's no way to stop this queen promotion. All right, I'm going to keep moving closer. This should be a very simple checkmate for him. It's one of the easiest ones. I think he's going to get it. Okay, I can't move past him, but I'm going to move closer. I'm going to fight it all the way. He's going to win, but he's going to fight hard for it. Now, right now, I can't capture, right? Because his queen is defending. And honestly, he's going to be able to push me back right now, I think. I don't think he even has to bother. Yeah, he moved his queen here. He could have just moved his queen here. His rook would have still been defended. My only choice would have been to move back. And then he could have just moved the rook here. He could have moved the rook here. It still would have been defended by the queen. So he's just basically added an extra step to it. I'm going to go here. He's forcing me away from the rook is what it is. Which is fine. It's just he didn't have to do that. He could have still beat me without that. But he's taking one extra move, that's fine. This is how I learn. This is how I learn. Okay, that was expected. Here we go there. Now if he thinks for a minute, he's going to be able to give me checkmate. There we go. Okay, that was great. I got a brilliant move, apparently. That's great. Whew. And I did the best move available 13 times. Now, I looked at the descriptions for each of these. I think each one of these is the best move available, but some of them are considered better than others. So I did 15 moves that were the best available at that moment. I'm proud of that. Honestly, that's an accomplishment, even if I didn't win. That's probably my best game. It just so happened that this is one of the toughest opponents I've faced as well. So I kind of forced him to draw his talent, whereas before I was losing much more easily. Anyway, or winning against an opponent who was worse. Anyway, I don't feel so bad about that one. Anyway, the difference I think is that with a brilliant move is that apparently it's hard to see, like very few players see it or something like that. And a great move, I guess, is one that it's still the best move, but it's not often seen. I guess it's statistics like, hey, you played the best move, and also a lot of people see it. You played the best move, few people see it. You played the best move, only grandmasters see this one, or something. Maybe that was it. I would love a rematch, but it is so late, I can't do that. Love a game review, but I've already bought one. I already did one today, so I don't have a free one available. So, but that was fun. Maybe we'll review the game again. Maybe we'll take this game and review it tomorrow. I would like to review from. Let's see. Let's walk it back a little bit. I would like to know from that point where I blundered the queen, right here. I wonder what my best move in this position was. And I also wonder what my best move in this position was. So those are two things I want to find out. I guess I could review the game now. This is, I've got a local review. This is turn 29. Excuse me, turn 29 of the game. Let's try to review it. Where is my review guy? Somewhere here I have a review engine up and waiting for me. Somewhere. Here we go, en croissant. Okay, so let's open the game. Import, and I gotta bring up the, hang on a second, I gotta bring up the file for you guys to be able to see it. Let's just change. I got an idea. Let's just copy this. Hang on, I'm just setting up my paste a duplicate. I'm gonna call this full. All right, so now we're going to change this, do a selector window. I thought I saw it right there. Share. You guys should see it now. Let me get rid of the filters. For now, we'll just get rid of cropping so you guys can see the whole thing. There we go. You can see two of them because it's transparent partially. There we go, fixed. Okay, so I want to look at this from move. Why is it not showing? Hang on, let's try to re-import it. Put a new one, import a game, online, paste the URL, boom. It's not showing the moves. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay, let's try again. Let's take this one and go back to move 1. We're interested in move 57 though, which is turn 29. Actually, I could have done that without. I didn't have to go to that URL. I just had to paste that URL. Okay, so let's get rid of that again. I don't know why this isn't working. I could download it if I have to, but I really don't want to waste time on this. Okay, now it's working. Great. I want to go to turn 29. Oh, I want to switch board position. Okay, I kind of want to get used to watching. I want to get used to seeing it from his side, but I want to see it from my perspective for this purpose. Okay, so he just moved his knight. He moves his knight. I move my queen here. Now I'm kind of wondering, from this position, as Stockfish, let's turn it on. Now this thing doesn't have a database connected to it. It's just running raw. It's going the best move for, oh wait. Yeah, let's do that. What's the best move for black? Interesting, is to go here. Oh! I could have won a free rook. Yes, I could have won a free rook. Okay, I didn't see that at all. That would have been a great move. Yeah. Why was this rook here in the first place? What was my original goal for the rook? Okay, I don't know how to clear this. Oh yeah, clear drawings. What was my original goal for this? I don't know. I don't remember why this guy was here. Yeah, but I should have done that. Man, I wish I'd seen that. I wish I'd seen that. That would have been great. Okay, yeah, that's clearly the best move from that position. What about from here? What was my best move? Okay, I did make the best move. Great. Okay, so I feel good about that. This was a bold move for me. It was risky, although I was expecting more of a trade. Now, interestingly, in this position, uh, yeah, Stockfish thinks once it goes down to a certain depth, it thinks the best thing is to just try for the promotion. And once it goes down to a certain other depth, it thinks that this is a better move or whatever. Then it changes its mind again. It just depends on how deep the eval depth is. You can see the depth over here in the corner. Um, that's basically how many moves deep it's evaluating. Um, yeah, so let's see how. Let's change our settings real quick. Yeah, we want that on 512. We want to stay there. Okay. We're using half a gigabyte for analysis to make it go faster. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, just go ahead and try to work on promotion because you've lost your queen. You're down a queen. And man, if I had seen that fork, it would have been game over. I think against this player, if I had noticed that fork, I would have won. Because I think I honestly was just a little bit behind this player. I was just a little bit. I think they were just a little bit better than me. And they managed to play from this position where. Oh, actually, to be honest with you, to be quite honest, yeah, look at this. It's mostly in black's favor. Now, where did I blunder? You can see here it's 8.0 in black's favor, right? At 36 depth. Here, it's mate and 8. No joke. So, he does this, it's mate and 8. I had a guaranteed way to mate him, and I didn't use it. Yeah, now my position is much worse, but it's still winning. Look at that. Yeah, still winning, much worse. So this is not where I lost the game, although you can see I'm slowly. Oh, here's where I lost the game. By moving. Oh, are you kidding me? By moving the king out away from that back rank, or away from that back column, I lost the game right there. That is so strange. Okay. I don't really know what lesson I can pull from this. I don't know what kind of rule to follow other than this is bad for me. Here's what I wonder. Right here it's 4.4. Let's say I make that move. Yeah, it's still similar. Oh, because he can't check me right away. That caused me to lose a move is what happened. It caused me to lose my tempo when I moved up here. If I had just stayed here, I wouldn't have lost my tempo as much. Because he cost me 2 moves because he did 2 checks in a row. That's why. That's what cost me the game. Okay, now I know. So what cost me the game? Number 1, missing this fork. And number 2, when I didn't spot this. And I should have gone here instead of that. It cost me my tempo. If I had done the fork here, he would have not had the chance to take this. But even once he took it, I still had mate and 1. As long as I remembered. No, I'm sorry. I didn't have mate and 1 at that point. I still had the advantage as long as I didn't give it away right here. And you know what? The one move he needed to take the advantage away from me, he found it. And that's where I lost the game. Wow. I wonder if the game ever went back to me. Let's take a look. Let's just kind of go through. Right here, white's winning. White's winning. White's winning by a lot. White's winning like it's almost no comparison. I mean, okay. I managed to whittle a little bit away from him. You know, I don't feel too bad about that. Well, let's see. Right here, his best move was to sack the rook. I offered him a rook sacrifice. It was his best trade. But he decided not to do it. That reduced his chance of winning. It made it harder. But he still won, so whatever. And I did the best move in that position. He did not do the best move in that position. He should have just taken right away. Which, that makes sense, because this is the one closest to... Because I could... Well, what he did was still good. But it lowered his chances somewhat. Now, my best move, interestingly, was to take there and to let him bring his rook up and take. I kind of want to explore that possibility. This is on move 35. Then I do this. So I helped him win the game right here. I helped him win the game when I made that move. Okay, that's good. That's useful to know. I tried to stop him from taking this pawn. I helped him win the game. His best move is to take the pawn, which he then does. Now my best move, okay, is to attack the rook, which I find fascinating. Oh, no, it can't make up its mind what the best move is. Yeah, see, it's a complicated position, and the further it goes, the more games it evaluates. Look at that, mate in 18. So like he can force a win at this point. How many moves are left? 53 minus 36. Let's see. Did he get his mate in 18? 53 minus 36. Oh baby, I made him fight for it. Mate in 17 is saying now. Okay, so mate in 17. He found the best mate, and I made him fight for it. I'm pleased with that. Okay, so you guys can't see my calculator on screen right now. 53 minus 36 is 17. So you can see we played 53 moves here. I forced him to find the. I forced him. I did every possible thing I could to prevent the mate. So that makes me feel good. Makes me feel good knowing Stockfish couldn't do better than me from this point. Not that it was a difficult position for me. There just wasn't any winning move. Mate 16. Okay, I didn't do the best move, though. His best move, he definitely takes. My best move, I didn't take. Threaten the rook is good. Why? Well, you threaten the rook has to move, but he's just going to sack this pawn. Then from here, I imagine you can somehow put pressure on this pawn. I imagine. So you're here. And that's not a good spot to move. That's not a good... Oh, yeah, this is a good spot to move. You just move back. You move back where you came from. Now you're threatening the pawn there. The pawn can't move. And the rook's gone for at least the time being. Okay. So that tells me... Oh, look here. Oh, never mind. It took it a while to evaluate the position. Now, interestingly, at this point, it looks like maybe it's still mate 18 or what. No, it's going to depth of 30. It looks like he took away, by doing what he did, he took away his chance of mating me. Like right here, let's see, a val depth of 30, it's mate 13. But he has to take the knight at this point, sacrifice his rook. Yeah, and see then my king goes here to take the rook. This goes here, king moves here, this goes here. Closest king can get is here, but by that time it's already a queen, right? It's already a queen, so the king can't move there. King's just stuck. Yeah, that would have been good. He could have traded his rook for a queen. That would have been a great move right there. It would have forced my king away from his queen. It would have forced me out of this box where I'm able to capture, right? So that's a great move for him. And I kind of saw that, and I'm like, at some point that's what he should do. But when he chose not to do that, it's interesting. He went from a guaranteed mate to mate in 17. Okay, so he does have guaranteed mate. This is mate in 13. This is mate in 17. So you can see I didn't play optimally either. But at the same time, like he didn't do what he should have. Okay, so we go here. Now it's still mate in 16. That wasn't my best move apparently. Yeah, I forgot. Oh no, it was. It was my best move. I had a val depth of 42. Okay. My instincts were at least good there. Yeah, and honestly, that was probably a wasted move to move this pawn. Oh, it wasn't at this point, because at this point he knows I'm going to sack that pawn. See, he could have defended that pawn by sacking his rook earlier and forcing my king to get out of that box. He totally could have done that, but he didn't. So that's why it changed to mate in 16, is because he's now got to pull a new pawn down. Okay, so that's the difference. That's why he lost. Okay. Yeah. So then I take that pawn. I'm pretty sure that was that wasn't the best move. The best move was just to ignore the pawn and take that. Oh, because by keeping the knight here, it prevents both of these pawns from promotion. But he can sack the knight at any time, so I don't know. It would give my king time to get in this box. least some chance of getting in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's the box. He has to get inside. No, he's outside the box. There's no way the king can prevent that one either. Okay. Okay. But I take that, which isn't the optimal move. Mate in 13, I mean, Stockfish can't get out of this mate, right? The best thing to do here is to move the rook, which he doesn't do. I don't know why. Oh, probably to guard against this. Yeah. That was why it was the best move, was to guard against that move. Okay. Which I take. Yeah, that was the best move apparently. It defends here. This move also defends there, but apparently it's not as good. One nice thing about this position is probably... I don't know why it's better. I can't see an advantage to it, actually. Maybe because of where I can go afterward. I don't know. I can't see the advantage of it. Anyway, he goes here. Oh! He doesn't go there. His best move is to defeat the knight at that point. At this point, I can take him. That's my best move. I do take him. At least I understand that much. Now, here's what I want to see. It's mate in 11. What is black's best move? It's kind of moot in a way because black can't prevent... Yeah, it's mate in 10, and we got mate in 10. It's kind of moot in a way because black can't prevent mate. What did I do? Oh, okay, I went up here. But I can see how getting as far away as possible is ideal. Because his best move is just come over right away, because he can probably mate me, can't he? Yeah, he can probably mate me right now with these two. I didn't think about that. But again, he had to prove it, and he didn't. I'm learning so much about chess by just watching myself lose. Okay, so my best move was to go that way. I didn't. His... Wait, clear drawings. He's already moved this piece. Oh, I did go that way. Okay, I didn't quite match. I was trying to get this guy, but I realized that going up here doesn't help me because I can't go there. So that was kind of a dumb move. Going this way probably was better, and worry about this one and ignore that one probably. Anyway. Okay, so my best move is to go down here. Again, I'm going to not do that. I'm going to go the other way. Yep. His best move is to go down here and to put me in a box, which he should... Yeah, you know what? He should have put me in a box and then promoted the queen. Yeah, because he allowed me some free reign. It didn't end up mattering. Again, Stockfish is telling me the whole time, go after that one. But I figure at least I can grab this pawn. I knew at that point there was no way for me to prevent mate. I knew that mate was guaranteed unless my opponent messed up royally. And I thought, let me just cover my bases. Now, for whatever reason, it's having trouble loading at the moment. I don't know why, but it's good here. Here it's having trouble. Well, I don't know what his best move is. I guess he's having trouble deciding whether the rook should go here or whether this should go down. I don't care either way. He does that, which honestly does block his rook. It reduces flexibility for at least one turn, but not that it matters. Okay, he promotes. My best move is to go out this way. Oh, my best move, I guess, is to stay far away from them? But I kind of don't buy that. I was intentionally going this way to try to put pressure on the rook. I kind of wonder what would happen if I played it Stockfish's way. What would happen? What would be the best move then? The best move is to go here, which he doesn't find. Oh, he does find that. He does with the queen. Okay. You know what? If he had done it with a rook instead, I would have had difficulty to put pressure on him as much as I did. So I think that's part of the reason. Look here. Wait a minute. Wait, the Val depth right now is 6, so never mind. I was thinking that it wasn't mate in 10 anymore, but the Val depth is only 6. We'll ignore that. It's having trouble with these positions for some reason. Mate in 2. Oh, did I? There we go. Mate in 2. Yeah, it was mate in 2 because all he had to do was drag his queen here, and then he could move his rook here. There was nothing I could do against that, but he didn't notice that. But I got him to drag it out for a little bit longer. It stayed as mate in 2. My best move apparently was to go here. I don't know why. Maybe that's just what people normally do when they're forced to mate. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know how that benefits me when it's mating too. Okay, they're telling me again to walk away, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk toward. And of course, this is a mate, and he finds it. Okay. I was kind of surprised he found it, to be honest. I thought he was going to walk his rook out this way and then go down. And it's like, can he not see that the rook is guarded there? But he eventually figured it out. Okay. I'm kind of interested. From this point, let's see. Okay. So right here, let's see. Right here is where he lost. And see, up to a certain depth, it agrees with him about that. Right here is where he lost his mate in 13, right? This is where it happened. He could have beat me a little bit quicker, honestly, because I made mistakes that prevented me from staying alive longer, somehow. I'm not sure exactly how, but yeah. You know what? If I had left this pawn alone, I could have hidden behind it later. I should have thought of that. I could have taken my king and ran around and just tried to hide behind it and force him to come after me. Maybe next time I'll do that. Maybe I'll think about that, because I don't know, though. It was really a crapshoot. Like, just trying to guess which one of these pawns he was going to go forward with. I guess this one's the best one, especially once he sacks this. It's pretty obvious, right? Yeah. Okay, so I probably should have left that alone. Anyway, so at this point, he goes from mate in 13 to mate in 15, which is still mate. My best move was to go here. I did do that. Now my best move is to take that pawn, which I did do that. Now my best move is to get out of dodge, right? No, it's to get up here. Right, we got to attack this one, right, which I did do. Okay. Great. Now at this point, he does his best move. Yeah, at this point, his best move is to go here to get the mate in 12. Now my best move is the one I took, sort of. I went here instead. Really not much of a difference, I don't think. His best move, he ignores. Okay, now my best move is that. I took it. So up to here, I'm playing my best move. He takes. Now my best move is to go out, and I didn't. I wonder what happens if I follow my best move at this point and let Stockfish mate me. So let's do it. Boom. Okay, so what I want to do is just play Stockfish. Boom. Boom. Okay. Now at this point, for some reason, I need to go back. I don't know why my best move is to go back at this point, but it's a depth of 85, so I'm going to trust it. Maybe I'm just biding my time. Maybe it doesn't matter what I do here. Okay, waddling along this way, he's guarding. You notice he's not moving his rook. He's guarding the whole time. Now at this point, apparently my best move is to come back. I don't know why. We get a queen, obviously. We go this way. Oh, we can get some counterplay with his king. His best move is to go here. My best move is not to go this way. I thought that was what we were headed for, was counterplay with the king. Although there's a chance of like a smothered check sort of deal over here. Oh yeah, I can't go here. So like this, basically, all of this is as far as I can go. Like if I went there, I'd be trapped at that point. Yeah, pretty soundly. Okay, so we go here. Okay, he forces. I see. So my best is to just kind of hang out and have the ability to go this way at any time. We go here. We go here. Queen goes here. I tuck in and hide. He goes here. Now at this point, it's checkmate. I don't know. I don't see how that's any different. I'm just losing in a different corner. Maybe if I could have run this way and kind of... Maybe I could have delayed the inevitable that way. Let's see. Stockfish claims that I can't. But I could always try to. Let's move here. Queen moves there. Oh, yeah, there's no way. Once I move that direction, there's no way for me to go back. So let's try this way. All right. Queen moves here. I obviously can't go forward. So in other words, we're taking mate in... Hang on. Let it evaluate. Depth of 2 so far. Here we have mate in 5, right? And here it's mate in 4. But if I go this way, it's mate in 2. Or mate in 3. So I'm actually making him win faster that way. Okay, so this was better. So basically my move at this point is to extend to the maximum the amount of space that he has to travel in order to check me. This still loses on the same turn number, though. It's turn 53. So really, I'm giving him... So when it's mate in 3 or mate in 13 or whatever, like, if you're losing that, well, the only thing you can do is delay the inevitable long enough to hope your opponent makes mistakes. And I feel like staying close to his rook and his queen is more likely to give him a chance to make mistakes. And like maybe blunder a piece where I can capture it. Versus trying to get as far away from as possible. Like, I think Stockfish is assuming that your opponent is very good. Equally good. And like, you're just finishing the game, right? But in my case, I think staying next to him makes a lot of sense. Because he might freak out and do something wrong. You never know. He did actually freak out and delayed checkmate by a move or two. By a couple of moves. Because he would have been guarded but didn't think he was. At the end. Like right around here-ish. He could have moved. Where was it? Is this the actual game? Yeah, it's the actual game. At this point, right, he thought his rook was unguarded, but that wasn't the case. See, he went to guard his rook, but he could have guarded his rook equally well from here, right? So he just wasted a turn there. Then he brings the... Then he is wasting another turn. No, he's not wasting another turn. He wasted one turn. Then I come back, and finally he decides not to waste a turn. Right, so he wasted one turn there. But I kind of blundered too because I gave him a chance to win faster than somehow. And I don't know. Anyway, he forced the mate. And yeah, I'm proud of how I played despite losing. I played really well. And I do want to go back and review the part I could have changed. The part I should have seen the pattern that would have helped me the most. Thought it was turn 36. No, it was turn 29. This is what would have helped me the most. Noticing this. Noticing this fork was here. And I think I did know about it, I just forgot. Like, I went there with the intention of exploiting it, and I just forgot about it. But that fork was hanging around the whole time. There's probably an earlier moment where they could have taken advantage of it, to be honest. But there were so many pieces that were in check with each other. Like there were so many pieces that were in check that I was just so confused. Yeah, I thought about taking this piece, which apparently also was a good move. But it didn't. I took that piece. Then this becomes the best move. Man, I did consider taking that piece. I was wondering how important it would be. Let's try taking it and see what happens. Black's winning at this point, so there's nothing white can do. Apparently white's supposed to move the queen. Not supposed to take the rook, right? What did he actually do on turn 29? Or on turn 30, rather. Move the rook. If I'd done that and he moved... Oh, yeah, take the rook. That's the obvious thing. Oh, well... Oh! I was threatening the rook! Oh! Oh, if I'd seen that and noticed, man, that would have been good. Is that checkmate? That's checkmate! So if I had just done this... If I had just done this... That's a checkmate. Man, I was so close to winning there, and I just missed it. Man, there's so many patterns I missed, but I feel good about this. Honestly, like, I didn't go into this thinking I was smart enough to win. at a game that was so high level. And I actually did really well until this point. And at this point in the end game, well, this sort of feels like mid game to me. Sort of. I mean, kind of. Yeah, we haven't traded off pieces yet. But like at this point, I had the chance to win, and I just missed it. You know? Yeah. So, like this wasn't mate in one yet. But the moment that I do this, oh wait, this wasn't mate in one yet. Now, if he moves this rook, it's still not mate in one. But if he fails to move the rook, let's say he just accepts the trade. Wait. Oh yeah, if he fails to move the rook, it's now mate in two. I see. So he has to defend this rook. It's saying right now this is a good move, and that's saying moving the king over to protect because you can just recapture. And if it goes to enough depth, it says that this is a good move. All right, so then we just go here and give a check. Okay, defend that way. Right, this gives me a chance to move this guy out of the way. He's going to come here and probably try to fork something. I don't know. This is perfect play, though, and I'm still winning, right? So, like, if I could play a stockfish from this point forward, I think black wins, right? Even if we're both playing a stockfish, this is a game. This is a repeated game at this point. Close to a repeated game. I guess it nerfs that move when it's going to repeat. Check. Take it. Boom, this is probably a fork or something. I don't know what this is defending. What is this move defending? I don't know. Anyway, I do need to go. It's been a while. I've been here a while. I need to go. Man, there's so much in this game. I think I've learned a lot. I think I'm good to leave it there. I just need to look for those patterns. Man, this is great, though. This is great stuff. Let's just finish up the game as Stockfish and see what happens. Okay. We're not going down to infinite death, obviously. Oh, now we're down to mate in 18. All right. This is good. So we're just pulling pieces off the board. We're letting the king... Okay, the king's doing the best he can to get rid of my pieces. Okay, rook's defended by the queen. We have to move out. Okay, still can't get a mate yet, but we've boxed him in. Okay. Yep, threaten. Moves away. Now he's kind of limiting the movement of other players. I move him up. Oh, give another check. That's a good option. Okay. Get out of check. Keep the king moving. Queen can go here because the king can't take it. Okay, so now this is pinned. We take it. The game's looking really dicey at this point. Yeah, it's over. Boom, done. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Man, if I had just noticed a few moves that I didn't notice, I would have won the game. Because I was considering making that move. I was strongly... What is it? Yeah, the move where the queen takes the pawn. I was strongly considering that. And I didn't. Like, the game wouldn't have played out perfectly like this. But if I had just... Hang on. If I had just taken this piece, that would have helped me so much. But you can see, even doing this, I didn't totally lose the advantage. I still had the advantage even after blundering like that. I just had to notice this, like basically the second best move. Sorry, the second best move here would have been this one, right? That would have been the second best move for me. Well, in this position, that's the second best move. Oh! It doesn't work until after this capture because this white knight's defending that square. So that's why that's why it's not the best move or even the second best move when my queen is over here. Because at that point that rook's still unguarded. Okay, I see. Let's do something different. Okay, right here, when I decided to move my queen here, what would happen if I literally just gave a turn away for free to Stockfish? We're at 8.5 rating. Let's say I just made a nonsense move like this one. We're still at 5.6. His best move apparently is this. Let's say this guy still takes, because that's what he's going to do. And let's say I still miss that. Now what? Let's say I do this. Yeah, see, that's where I lost the game, right there. That's where I lost the game, is that move. Okay. And just missing this. Okay. Lesson learned. And that's a really great lesson. I think we'll just leave that alone. And yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for sharing this game with me. It lasted longer than I expected, and the analysis took forever, but I learned a lot. Thanks for joining me.